Call order. Call order, 8:12, 4 o'clock. I'll call on the committee of the whole. Roll call.
Commissioner Caprosa. Here. Commissioner Livermore, Commissioner Melton.
Here.
Commissioner Rondo.
Here.
Mr. Seaver.
Here. Thank you. Yeah, started from lunch.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Brief public comment. Go once, public comment twice. No brief public comment, I guess. Agenda.
Got 3 recommendations with changes. Number 16, changing the effective date till today's date. Number 17, effective today's date through May 11th of 2026. And then under 22 for resolutions, adding resolution 2025-06 to appoint Dr. Chelsea Ray, MD, as county medical examiner. Move to approve the agenda with the amendments.
I'll second that.
Roll call on that.
Commissioner Caprosa.
Yes.
Commissioner Livermore, sorry, Melton.
Yes.
Commissioner Rondo.
Yes.
Mr. Seaver.
Yes. Okay, number 6, road commission board vacancy discussion and nominees. Any discussion?
That way we give each of them a chance, they wanna speak for a minute or two quickly, since they're all here.
We could. If we want to speak. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you. First, use our podium.
Okay. I like to be formal. For everyone that doesn't know me, I'm Corey Searly. I have applied for the road commission. There are a couple things that I would like to see change at the road commission. And I think that I would be a good applicant for that. I serve on several boards and have served on many boards. I think it would be a good connection between the road commission and some of the city boards, the chamber, the DDA, the visitors bureau, to name a few. And I think that with my background from my family with an excavating business, I have a unique perspective and the ability to ask questions when needed for people that are experts in the matter. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? No? Any discussion from the board? Yeah, this time we'll take nominations. I'll like to nominate Corey Ann. Anybody else for nominations?
Since we got 4 and there's 4 of them sitting here, I'll nominate Mr. Nettleton as well.
I'd like to nominate 2.
It's open to all of us to nominate.
Yeah.
Ron LeJeune and John Herman.
All in the, I'll go
We'll all
to
go to vote next week.
I guess, yep. That ends that one, that was quick. Number 7, Elk County Airport Use Application Permit.
Thanks for coming, you guys.
Yeah.
You gonna vote now?
No, next
Next
week,
week.
the policies, the nominations 1 week, vote the next, so.
I would stay, but I have somewhere I have to be.
Yeah. That's where we moved it up the agenda.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Gonna be any more discussion?
If you want to have any discussion at the end of brief public comment, they can have a comment.
down off the board?
I'd rather hold off, we're past that, we're on airport use application right now, John.
Okay.
Any discussion on that?
Joel made it look nicer.
Yeah.
His OCD was kicking his butt.
Go ahead. That can help too. Census?
Yeah, we have consensus on that?
I'm good with it.
Discussion first here. Make any questions on it?
Yeah, I don't know what it's all about.
Anybody that's using the airport, we want to have to fill out.
Pilot coming in,
What if he's just landing and leaving, right?
that's different, that's normal use, that,
What are you talking about using the airport?
like the Canadian helicopter guys. Wanted to store their equipment there,
Yeah, I
that kind of thing.
I sure wish we'd discussed that before that was even done.
Well, it was.
That was wrong.
Well, like I said in my email to you, that was either we either did something or we lost out on any potential revenue. Cause they'd have just kept flying out of Sawyer. And we wouldn't have made any money for the airport on it, so.
And this is a start, in my opinion, but I think we should have. We'll have our bylaws for the airport use right now, don't we? And that's what we're abiding by, or are we?
The only thing I can think of that I maybe left out, or forgot, is to try to have it in at least 30 days or 45 days ahead or something to give us enough time there,
Well, if we get 30, at least it's gonna hit a meeting.
right? I could add that. Then please submit at least 30 days in advance.
Are you gonna have this like out on the internet where a guy's gonna fly in, he can?
This isn't for a regular pilot, this is gonna be like, I'm gonna fill one out for our Hanley Field Day in August. Young Eagles
Okay.
flights, so I'll fill that out on their behalf with their info and stuff and get that turned in ahead of time so we can prove that kind of use, not just.
Okay, it's not exactly pilot's use.
No, it's not, yeah.
Okay.
Pilots are
Anything
just regular
outside of
use, they do what they
regular-
do.
People flying in and out.
Oh,
That's-
okay, I got
Use
it.
or commercial use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see, I mean, there's always gonna be emergencies to where they can't make the 30 days. But it'd be nice to put 30 days notice, would be nice, you know, if we put it on there and we can. If it's not that, they're gonna come and ask us for it.
That's a good addition.
Just add it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if a family wanted to have a picnic out there and they filled this out,
That's not,
they could do that?
no, that's not the kind of use. You could go sit out at the picnic tables right now, and watch airplanes land and have a picnic.
Mhm.
yeah.
You know, that's not a special,
You don't have to have this.
no, you're not using the
Okay.
airfield for anything.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go. I do it sometimes, I can sit there and watch,
Yeah,
it's kind of peaceful up there once in a while.
it'd be all right.
Yeah, we got a bunch of half dozen picnic tables there and.
So do we have consensus on this added 30 days? Consensus? I don't hear everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said yes, then I can't hear the rocks right on my head.
Number 8. Sheriff's Department windows. Deadline June 6th. Any questions about that?
Prisoners trying to escape them or?
No, but if I went, when you go take a tour down right there, you can see daylight through the sides of the windows. In the winter time, it's like, yeah, this is probably a good thing. It's time.
The money's coming from the sheriff's department?
No, that's Alger County building, so that would be
Capital improvement.
capital improvement. Any other discussion? Questions? Consensus?
It's the department and it's not the jail, eh? Are you,
No.
does it include the jail?
The whole thing, the whole building,
Okay,
not the EMS,
Right, jail building.
jail and offices. Cause the new part of the jail is all new windows, it's all the old
part.
part.
You don't have a bid on it yet? You're just letting a bid out?
We're gonna put it on bid.
Looking for.
Okay. Consensus from me,
Consensus all the way down then.
Well,
Yes, sir.
so Todd can make us circus.
Number 9, more money spent on the sheriff department.
Hey,
Office flooring.
are you gonna just throw some sawdust in there?
Yeah, there's some pictures for you to look at, maybe.
They're
They are old,
They're bad.
yeah.
No, I realize that.
I do. like to say though, some of those look like they may be asbestos.
Yeah, he was aware of that.
Did he?
He
Okay,
mentioned that. Yeah.
all right. Just because of the age and the way they look, so it's either gotta cover them or else get them abated the right way.
It specifies the schedule of walkthrough.
Yeah,
Brian will run through all that.
That's, I'd also asked during the building meeting that they try and find a epoxy contractor as well.
yeah,
So that might be a good
right,
solution to,
seal it.
for a long lasting fix.
Is this under capital improvement too?
I believe so, yeah.
Boy, Todd, you're getting off easy tonight.
Consensus?
Census.
And number 10. Title, who's that? Or services. Mhm. Any questions on that?
I don't know if there's anybody else out there.
For friend of the court,
What does this do with friend of the court?
the state requires it for friend of the court.
Oh, okay, I get you. Consensus?
Consensus? Everybody, yeah. We only have one person that ever gives us any. Interest in it at all. Right. Number 11, cameras and recorders for 510 East Munising Avenue, up to $1,000.
There's nothing in there. We just quick price them out through the same company that the airport cameras are with.
And what are they for?
For our building down
by
at
the Dodge shelter building.
Oh,
You wanna put some cameras on that?
think somebody's gonna steal a dog?
For the biggest thing, so there's somebody drops a dog off in the middle of the night,
Oh.
we know it,
Yeah.
because it will send an alert out.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so that'd be 4 cameras and the recorder plus a little
They
bit
have
of
motions on them too, so they'll, some.
Can I rent them for deer season?
They're hardwired, so.
Okay, yeah, I agree with it.
Consensus?
Yes.
It does.
Number 12, Stryker EMS 2-year equipment service plan. And after 2 years, they're gonna roll this all into one next time.
Getting close enough to,
Yeah, the maintenance agreement will include all the equipment.
Questions?
nope, gotta make sure it works.
No. Consensus?
Consensus.
Yes.
13. Eagle Emergency Management Plan Program Grant Agreement. With QPAD. Any questions on waste management?
I thought that was 56,000
I think it's,
when they started with that.
well, by the time it gets done, it'll probably be 6,000.
More like 72.
I'd say it's more like 72, but
Yeah.
they,
You approved that spreadsheet when I put together, and then you appointed me the grant manager.
Yeah.
And right now they said just put, for the first year, the
Administrative fees pretty much.
administrative fees, and then you've added some mileage in for yourself to the meetings, and then we can amend once if we spend more. So this is just the preliminary submission.
Does it go up to that 76 like you said, or?
We can, yeah, so we have a,
Okay,
up to,
up to, yeah, it was a little higher
Okay.
than that, but
because they decided to pay it as reimbursement instead of front loading the amount like they originally were going to.
it runs through the end of next year, so.
Of course. Any questions?
those are mine.
Consensus?
Consensus, yeah.
14, Alger County credit card policy resolution revised. Think, big thing in there is everything's going through Joel now, instead of, we used to have one doing one and one doing the other. Now Joel wanted to take it all
Added the administrative leave.
I think it's only smart.
How many credit cards are there?
11.
Thought I asked that before.
You did,
Much better to have them
yeah.
one place instead of,
Yep,
Consensus?
consensus.
yes.
Yes.
15, you got something, man?
I think as long as they're all right with Joel.
He's the one to bring it up, I think.
Oh,
It was
okay.
between him and Pam, they agreed that. 15, use of vacant room in courthouse for community action employee until MOU is finalized. We want a full-time cam person up there. That won't be until they have the money. They said sometime probably September, October. November,
Yeah.
maybe.
Keep going.
Before Christmas.
But until then, they can bring somebody off and on, they'll have people in there, so, but until we get an actual. MOU for that full-time person, we wanna have it on the minutes that they can use that room, so we'll have some people in there, here and there. Until then,
Is it another one where we should have access from the hallway, or can we?
it'd be nice, but we can't
Can't anymore.
without moving some. And we looked at it, it's a bigger expense, maybe in the future, if we can get some money from this
Mhm.
person, it might do something, but.
I don't see a lot of walk-ins. This person should be doing
There's not a lot of
Oh,
walking.
Going to,
This should be a lot of outreach,
outreach, which means they should be reaching out.
going out to
Yeah.
people instead of.
but they'll have an office to come back to.
Oh,
Do paperwork and
Mhm.
make phone calls and whatnot. I think it's a good idea, good step, good faith step on our part to,
Yep,
Yeah, we can get it filled. Yep,
we're pushing. Consensus?
consensus, yes.
Okay, number 16, discontinue agreement with Michigan Institute of Forensic Science and Medicine effective today, May 12th.
Consensus with me.
No, it's actually,
we're voting on this
I'm
one
voting
Oh,
on,
vote.
We're
Oh,
changing
we're
it
looking for,
tonight, hopefully.
I'm looking for a motion.
I'll make the motion.
Second,
Roll call?
Commissioner Caprosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Nettleton,
yes,
Commissioner Rondo,
Oh, yes.
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes.
I didn't hear Middleton in there.
it's because there's only four of us, so it's throwing out the count.
Yeah, number 17. Chelsea Ray, MD, agreement for Alger County Medical Examining Services from May 12th, from today, May 12th, 2025 to May 11th, 2029.
May 29.
Yeah.
4 years.
Okay. I'll make the motion.
Second,
Roll call?
Commissioner Nettleton,
yes,
Commissioner Rondo,
Yeah,
Commissioner Seaver.
Yes. Okay, then we go to Dixon County. Fee schedule, autopsies. Any questions on that?
we don't have any choice, do we?
Not many. This is our cheapest throw.
this is the best pieces we could put together from all the puzzles we've
Yeah.
been working on for several months now, though.
Thank you for putting them together, Mike.
Oh, you're welcome. It wasn't just me. Joel made quite a few phone calls on my behalf too, so.
The motion,
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
There you go. Put your name on there,
Yeah,
something.
once in a while.
Yeah. There you go.
Roll call,
Mr. Caprosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Nettleton,
Yes,
Commissioner Rondo,
Yes,
Commissioner Seaver.
yes.
and wait for livermore.
The train.
Number 19, cost saving and revenue or sources, we got any way to make money or save money? Anybody ideas?
Let the jailbird know.
That saves money?
I'm kidding.
and Brian's
really.
just, is he done with the lights now?
Oh,
We got
yeah.
a few more to go still.
2 floors, this one, starting tomorrow.
Okay. So, that's gonna save us
Say,
good money,
yes.
getting everything switched over to the LEDs.
Do we have any unfinished business, Joel?
I have nothing.
Financial matters. Board bills, financial reports of all funds. Authorize the following. Fund town for budget amendments. Authorize the treasurer to transfer $100,000. From the general fund to 404 capital improvements. And E, North Care Network 2024. Tax. Of $11,930.50. Any questions on any of those?
None for me.
And for me,
Consensus?
consensus,
Yes. Any resolutions? One, that is, 2025-06. Prop making Dr. Ray as Alpha County Chief Medical Examiner. Appointment of. As of today. Questions?
Move to approve the resolution appointing Dr. Chelsea Ray, MD, as our county medical examiner.
I'll support that.
Roll call?
Mr. Caprosa,
yes.
Commissioner Middleton,
Yes,
Mr. Rondo,
Yes.
Mr. Seaver.
Yes. 23, committee
you've
reports.
got another resolution in there still.
Yeah.
The Campbell.
Proclamation.
Oh, yeah,
You got a position.
that's the one we wanted to do too.
Where did I, something I said,
I know, I seen it, okay. Right there, Elder County proclamation. Thinking good faith, because this last year, I think we've actually, come a long way, well, actually, in the last 3 months, I would say more than anything. Towards getting an actual representative for community action in Elder County. I make the recommendation, we, tender.
make a motion to approve the proclamation. Recognizing May 2025 as Community Action Month.
Or
Roll call.
Mr. Caprosa,
Yes.
Commissioner Middleton,
Yes,
Mr. Rondo,
Yes.
Mr. Seaver.
Yes. Now committee reports. Rick, any committees?
I'll have a report. Next
Next
week.
week? Mike, any committees?
no committees, but just a quick, the electrician was in the animals, in our animal building today, getting the recorded. So, yeah, matter of fact, I just got a message from him that we're good to go to start replacing the ceiling, and then he'll be back to put the fixtures in for us, so. Yeah, also wanted to know if we were taking donations of blankets and something else for bedding. I told him yes, so.
Yeah.
He's also thrown in a couple more items. He's just included them that our animal control officer asked him about. It's a couple of. Just minor things, but he said, don't worry about it. He's not gonna add them to the bill. He'll just take care of them for us. So thought that was very good of him.
Appreciate it.
On the medical examiner, since I'm kind of the committee. I had, all the commissioners were copied in the message that I sent to our old medical examiner last week. After several polite, nice requests for autopsy reports for all of the cases they've done for us and for the 4 outstanding ones they're still showing as pending. I actually demanded that they hand that paperwork over to us and or present us with a feasible plan as to when they were going to do that. I have heard absolutely nothing. And I told him in my message that if I hadn't heard back by close of business on Friday, I would recommend to all of you that we go ahead and file a complaint with the state of Michigan's licensing and any other. I'll go back through his resume and write up a letter to anybody else that he holds accreditation or association with. So I will get those letters ready to present to you guys next week.
And I believe Marquette is actually going
Yeah, they've got a lawyer working
to,
again.
I don't believe Elgin County is worth our time to go after them. I mean, what from a rock probably ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, we're gonna keep pushing because some of that paperwork we need,
Yeah.
so that our new medical examiner
Yeah.
can complete death certificates, so. And also on the same note, I know Joel had talked to someone. There was a funeral home down in that area that was involved with one of these cases. And they physically went to the building and the big sign on the building says closed. Moved to,
Cuba, elsewhere.
Yeah. so.
Well, luckily we have Mrs. Ray and from today forward and move on.
Yep, so, yeah, I think that was it on committee news from me, so.
Commissioner Nettleton, that was very well written. By the way, I read the language that you used and you did a very nice job on that.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, I had up with Upcap this weekend, like Thursday, Friday. A lot of stuff I don't think really pertains to us, so we had some stuff on our sick leave, which we've already moved forward through that. You know, they have some stuff on different road projects in Alger County, nothing really major, I don't think that's gonna hamper us.
It's hampering us out where we are.
Done, said it wouldn't be long,
It's September.
well, that ain't too long.
Just time for plow, clear up the new stuff.
Oh, they did ask. There's a lot, and I had to chuckle, cause I think it's mostly the locals know different routes around there, that's, you don't have to go around the whole thing, and they're saying that it's. Kind of making it hard for them, while you're not gonna stop the locals from going the roads that they know, so.
They are, and they ain't just the locals.
Well, you start a trail, people are gonna
Yeah,
follow.
yeah, yeah. The one thing I have from there is Medicare,
Yeah.
Medicaid.
Medicaid.
They're taking a big cut. And they had a local guy that run the hospital in Schoolcraft was stating that people that don't have that now will just use the emergency room. And they're to lose about $3 million. So I don't know what it means for here, but that's what they're gonna lose in Schoolcraft Memorial.
But we don't know until they cut the whole thing, and all those. What we've seen is they do a big cut, and then they come and backfeed some of it.
Feed something else, I suppose, yeah.
No.
That's what.
So hopefully they level it back.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll.
Most of the other stuff was
No.
to us.
I don't think anything else went on there. No, it was good talking with other commissioners in the UP. We did have a couple legislators there, that have dinner with them, talk some stuff about our county. Anything else, Rick?
No. I did run into Carl Bonack, but had a good conversation.
Yeah. Correspondence, do we have any correspondence besides?
The pathways, program planning guidelines,
Yeah.
like 425. Maybe this is a good spot to jump in there for the cards. Business cards.
Oh, you guys want business cards? When I was at that there were different people asking how to get
Oh.
hold of you, and it was like, you know.
I just took some of the money they gave me every month and bought some.
Oh,
No, I don't need one.
Can I see that?
oh, yeah, three. Of his?
No,
Like-
they're all, you
Nice.
pay for the real estate. It's the third one.
Here, give that to Joel, they will all be the same anyway.
I just did that one because I was a veteran, so.
Oh. I was just thinking our name, our district.
That's all I put on there, I think was my name, my district,
Where did you get
for the county, done, just to print.
this? You
Yeah, just click
got
one.
extra?
What's that?
You got extra?
I bought like, almost like 100 or whatever.
Well, that, yeah, you can give them to me, so I can, when somebody wants, I'll give them your card.
Yeah.
But that's,
No, that's why my cell phone number's not on there.
too, so. We'll do one like that too.
Yeah.
Give them a couple dozen.
You gotta think, I think probably.
You don't need any?
No.
Yeah, let's, I guess try to figure out what a minimum is and then
Yeah, that's the problem, we don't,
Put the county seal on it or something.
yeah,
we'll reach out and then we'll, next week maybe. See
Yeah,
what we got,
it's
Give you proof to look.
super simple.
anything's.
like quantities, thing, amounts, systems.
That's the only reason I did it, because of things like
Same
that.
thing,
Or
yeah, it's like.
there's still some folks that would rather have cards than an electronic contact, so.
To be determined.
I don't have a cell phone, so I don't need a card.
I don't put that, I didn't put it on there.
But you have an email
I
address.
put my email address, my county phone number on there.
That's what they put on there on the card.
Oh, okay.
Put the email address.
If I want to have somebody have my cell phone number, I write it on the back.
I do tell, like lately, just tell people go onto our website and it's all on there, but.
It is, but some people just like them, so.
Well, that's,
You're getting there, Todd.
Oh, yeah, easy peasy.
correspondence. Okay, we got the pathways. You guys gotta give this to us. One's upside down. That was hard to read.
Is it,
Huh?
gonna flip it?
No.
No.
So you're trying to look.
There's one page is completely upside down.
More comments, Mickey?
Yeah, at that convention, there was a lot of good people to talk to. You know,
They had, their session got closed down that day, so everybody, all our reps were able to come through and make it to the meetings, which was nice. We had, I think, 3 or 4 of them there. And reps for the reps, but. You don't enjoy summer today and tomorrow? Fall coming in the week?
By the 4th of July at least.
I just like to thank everybody that had any part in helping get this medical examiner stuff straightened out. It's been a blessed nightmare. You know, it was not fair to the people, it was not fair to us. You know, it just unfortunately, the realism up here is it takes time to find an answer. You know, we can't just turn around and say, oh, well, we don't like the job you're doing, we're gonna hire these folks. It's just not that simple up here, so. Everybody that chipped in to help find a reasonable and good answer for the folks of Alger County and those that are visiting us, I appreciate all your help and patience, because it's been a long process.
Dr. Rail do a great job for us.
She had before.
Yeah, she has, absolutely.
Unfortunately, we only had 4 outstanding. There's that,
22 in Marquette, so,
yeah,
and we already have received. The family was able to get them to cough up some paperwork on one of them, so we're gonna be able to get Dr. Ray on that one.
yeah.
The state will get her switched over to give her the permission to, and she'll be able to get that taken care of pretty quickly for that family, so.
Rick, anything?
Well, I just was disappointed I missed the conference. I made it over there on Thursday night, planning on being there Friday morning, but I got a call.
And come back.
Yeah. I looked to see if you guys are gambling, you know, it's Thursday night, but
Well, it's a long day. I just, oh.
yeah.
Staff comments? Joel?
I would piggyback on what Commissioner Nelson said. It's been rough and I'm glad we can put it behind us.
Barry? Barry,
All good.
Van? Brief public comment? Once?
I'll speak up for myself on the road commission. I think I put everything on there. But I am used to working with big dollar budgets and planning stuff out, trying to stay on one page. I, was highly commended by Strategic Air Command for the, planning and stuff that we had out at KI Sawyer. That they came back to KI, primarily myself, for the planning and stuff that we had done in advance when Desert Shield kicked off. To take it forward to the other companies. One thing, as I'm sitting here looking at Doge. Back when COVID kicked off. I was coming up on the end of my nursing license, registered nursing license. So I hurried up, took all the needed courses that I could get online, finished up, then called our health department to volunteer. Do you know I would have had to do at least an hour and a half's worth of paperwork so they could vet me, an already retired Air Force person and a registered RN in the state of Michigan, which they vet you every time you do your license. So as you're looking for ways to save money, you might want to walk across to speak to them and ask them why, if you ever have another emergency, that they would have to vet already vetted healthcare professionals
You mean for the county or the health department?
or the health department. If you have one of those natural things, if you've taken all the FEMA courses that have gone on for years, you automatically do it. But why, for COVID, we had to be re-vetted by the state? If you have a state license, they've already vetted you. Thank you.
Any more public comment? 3 times, I would say adjourn. Don't leave them.
Not tonight.
Brent, get those